Good evening, Ozarks. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Janelle Brandom. The biggest challenge to President Obama's use of executive action was argued before the Supreme Court today. 26 states sued over the president's executive actions on immigration. Back here in the Ozarks, an early morning building fire in West Plains could have been a loss for most of the downtown square if the fire department hadn't responded when they did. The fire broke out this morning around 3:40 a.m. and started spreading to the businesses on either side. The Missouri House has won initial approval to advance a medical marijuana bill. The measure would allow the growth of marijuana in Missouri and limit its legal use to those in hospice care for terminal cancer. 3 people accused of murdering a Marshfield man in June of 2014 were in the Christian County Courthouse today. Timothy Murray, Albert Romero, and Gabriella Shields are all charged with killing 35-year-old Chris Yunez. In other news, a pair of reservoirs were opened up in Houston overnight to alleviate flooding. It's been days since heavy rains caused flooding, but water levels are still dangerously high. So the Army Corps of Engineers has opened the Addicks and Barker reservoirs in Houston. 3 people were taken into custody after a 3-hour-long standoff with police in North Springfield. Police say the standoff began around 1:30 this afternoon when officers responded to a property on Johnston Avenue near Livingston Street. A devastating earthquake shook Ecuador over the weekend, demolishing countless homes, taking hundreds of lives. But one Springfield organization will be offering aid to those affected. The president stirred up controversy during his trip with an op-ed about Britain's potential exit from the European Union. Obama wrote an op-ed for the Daily Telegraph, urging the UK to stay in the 28-country group. The Texas governor has declared a state of emergency in 9 counties after widespread flooding hit this morning. Residents are struggling to make it out of rising floodwaters around the Houston area, while investigators are looking into 2 possible weather fatalities. 171 countries officially signed the new United Nations Climate Change Agreement today. It's the first of its kind, a broadly supported, legally binding document, committing the signees to drastically reduce carbon emissions in an effort to fight global warming. Now, we're lucky we have some sunshine. Have you been following the rain and the storms flooding out in Houston? Yeah, it's been a mess down south across parts of Texas. More than a foot of rain in spots. So we're kind of lucky we're getting some sunshine here over the next couple of days. All right, thanks for that, David. Coming up, President Obama had a sit down with the King of Saudi Arabia, hoping to clear the air with Gulf allies. We'll tell you more about it after the break. Welcome back. President Obama sat down for a one-on-one meeting today with King Salman in Saudi Arabia. The visit comes at a time when there's strained relations between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia. Saudis still remain deeply opposed to outreach with Iran and are skeptical of the U.S.'s strategy in Syria. After today's meeting, President Obama will head to London and Germany. Amazon is going after Netflix by making its Prime Video service a standalone feature. This means users can watch TV and movies for $8.99 a month. The price undercuts its bigger competitor Netflix, which is raising its prices to $9.99 starting next month. Thanks for watching Fox 5 News. Now, we've been working on something very special all week long, so make sure you guys tune in on Monday to find out what it is. TMZ's coming up next. Have a great weekend.